Hey everybody, this is John, and welcome to the free video. Let's take a quick look here at Biogen. So right here we've got this nice, look at this, it's like this shelving space, right? And you can see that once this shelf was cracked, Biogen just kept on going, and now it's creating a new one. So this is one that I want to look at tomorrow for a potential short, as opposed to the trade that we closed out today on the S&Ps, where we were looking for a pin at 2250. And the reason for that, of course, was more based on open interest and more based on the idea that once we get through the Fed news, the markets just kind of revert back to normal, right? And so for this one, that was nice. We sold it, made a quick $3,000, and we were out. So that one was a lot of fun, and it was very, very low stress, which of course is a plus. To the upside, the one I like here is NVIDIA. Now you might be thinking, gosh, John, that's crazy. Look how high that already is. Well, guess what? We got a new squeeze starting right now. We got an RAF buy signal coming up, and it's a lot of potential there. Now, of course, you can do a put credit spread on something like that. What I was looking for here is more directional, get a little bit more bang for the buck. But notice I'm going out 23 days. Even though with a squeeze, the average average is 8 to 10 bars. I want to try to do this in such a way to minimize theta decay. And you can see right now we've got some theta decay here. But one thing we can do, I do have an order to sell these at 14, by the way, and a good till cancel order. And we could sell options against this, like diagonals, as we go. But we'll discuss that in the trading room, and that's a way to kind of turn that into kind of a rental property, which should be a lot of fun. And then the other one that I've been watching here that I think is going to be pretty good, and this is one that I've done a couple of times this year, where you look at something like this where it's just kind of, oh, look at this setup, and then when it cracks, it just goes, oh, look at this. It's just kind of like, it's just try and crack, okay? Same thing here, just, oh, try and crack. So now we've got a new one that's being set up, and we're starting to set up some bearish plays on that, okay? Now this isn't, so anyway, that's one that I like, and one that's setting up as well. Now, I like to give credit where credit is due. That is, and although it's not a perfect example, it's just the one I happen to be doing now, but that's a trade setup I learned from Chris Brecher. So it's he is the one that came up with a concept called the ledge trade, which he calls the mighty short signal that nobody knows about. And as you can see here, they actually depicted his actual muscles when putting this together, which is great. So this is a fascinating strategy, and the way he does it is, it's one of the safest entry techniques that I've seen, because rather than anticipating that the ledge is going to crumble, which is something that I kind of tend to do, and it works great if I'm in it, but if it never cracks, I'm sitting there stuck in a losing position. He has a specific strategy for timing it, which is fantastic. So he is going to be doing this, a in-depth 2-hour class to teach you how to do this. Okay, now once you know the setup, then you can do it yourself. And if you'd like to see it live, he's also going to do a bonus session where it's like, look, I'm just going to put on some trades live. You can follow me, and you can kind of cut your teeth on it. So here are some of the things that he's going to cover, and I mean, there's a ton more in here, but at least it gives you an idea. This is a great graphic too. So one key part of this is that once you understand this setup, you'll just see too where there's always these well-known, what I call well-known, well-publicized patterns that are being copied by all the algos. Well, they don't know about this one, okay? So the bear flag, descending triangles, look at the ledge trade and you'll see exactly what I mean. The 3 best ways to find stocks ready to drop like a rock in just a few minutes a day. His simple yet strict, okay, this is key, and that's some of the part that I've learned from him, whereas I'll see a bunch of different setups and I really like them, but the strictness that he brings to it weeds out a lot of the losing trades, okay? And these target the weakest stocks in the most bearish sectors. How to find no-brainer short setups, even in soaring bull markets. Believe it or not, they are plentiful. Why the Brecher ledge trade is unknown. How to apply this uncanny accurate sell signal to the stock indexes. This is something that I found that's been great intraday, and he's got a really cool thing he does with the SPX as well. His favorite time to exploit the leverage of options in combination with the ledge trade, the exact step-by-step process he uses to enter and exit with precise stops and targets, and detailed examples. Now, I want to make a note here. This is not a theory class, okay? You get some of the stuff and like, hey, here's some genius in hindsight PowerPoints. No, these are trades that he's done, okay? Recent examples, so you can see exactly how they look, okay? And a ton of other stuff on that. This is just power-packed information. All right, so what does this class entail? For the 2-hour class, and again, what I love about this is one of those where 1 or 2 trades and you can make up the investment in the class. So the ROI is huge. So if you just want to do the theory class, $147, 6 to 8 p.m. Central, and that's on Wednesday, December 14th. Now, if you can't attend it live, that's okay. It'll be recorded. And then if you would like to actually see this stuff live, Chris is going to be doing this on Wednesday and Thursday, December 14th and 15th. There's the times right there. That's $297, and that includes this. So it's a nice kind of dust off your toolbox and add a new setup that will take you into the new year and well beyond. All right, so looking forward to the class. I will be there taking notes along with everyone else. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you at the next update.